Hello students, today we are going to see the experiment, Hall effect experiment. You have to write in the journal in this manner. I will be sharing this PDF as a drive link on the description box below the YouTube video. Also, I will be giving you the simulation link so that you can perform actually the experiment in a virtual manner. So, I will first briefly tell you what you have to write in the journal. So you will write the title as a Hall effect experiment, the aim, apparatus and the diagram will be as like this. You don't need to write now because I am sharing this PDF to you, so you can just draw it as it is. Now we are using formulas. First formula is for Hall coefficient RH. Here VH is the Hall voltage, I is the Hall current, that is the current flowing through the Hall probe, T is the thickness of the sample and H is the magnetic field intensity we are using at particular current in the solenoid. Then we are also measuring the carrier concentration and this is the formula. Now note that in the simulation they are using different units, so their answers are different. We are using here Gaussian units and that's why instead of B we are using H, and instead of E into RH additional C, that is speed of light, is coming here. This is just because we are using the Gaussian units, that is instead of meter we are using centimeter and instead of Tesla we are using Gauss for the magnetic field intensity. Now I will just quickly show you the setup. So here is electromagnet, or there are basically two different solenoids through which the current is flowing, and because of the current there is a magnetic field generated. So that's why I am calling this as a electromagnet. This is a DC supply, so magnetic field is not changing. There is a Hall probe which is attached by the crystal, some germanium metal we are using here, and we are measuring voltage and current, and that's why we are attaching here voltmeter and ammeter. And there is also Gauss meter which is not shown in this diagram, but we also measure the magnetic field intensity using Gauss meter. So this is closed diagram for the Hall probe. This is basically 4 probe coming out from the germanium crystal. Now we have to take observations. First of all, we have to measure the thickness. In the simulation we can adjust the thickness, but in the laboratory we cannot change the thickness. So in the simulation also we will keep the thickness constant. We will see what is that value, and then we know C and E. So here also C we have taken in the centimeter per second. We generally use it in meter per seconds, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, but in this case we are using this in centimeter per second because we are using Gaussian units. Then this is electric charge or electronic charge. Now first of all what we have to do, we have to take the current in solenoid, we have to change that, and we have to measure how the magnetic field intensity is changing, and we have to plot a graph of H and IS. We plot this graph to calibrate the curve. So for example, in our laboratory the graph does not increase linearly. In that case we have to calibrate the graph because to minimize the errors. So I will just quickly show you how it works. So I will plot the graph. We are going to plot the current which we will denote IS, because this current is different from the current in the Hall probe. This is current in the solenoid, so the subscript is S. This current is in ampere, though we are using here SI unit because this will not affect our next experiment or our calculations. And in this axis we will measure, we will record the magnetic field intensity. Suppose you get some points like this. Okay, so the actual nature should be linear. So if I have to take a linear graph, I will plot like this. Okay, so most of the points are not on the line, but still they are close to line such that the error for all the experiment is minimum. So you have to plot such a line. You can either select 2 points from which the line passes, so you can find the value and the current corresponding to some value. We will fix the current, and then the value at this current, the value of magnetic field, we have to consider this value in our calculations. So we have to note down this, and the unit we are using here is Gauss. So after plotting the graph, we will fix some current and the magnetic field intensity from the graph corresponding to that point we will note down, and we will use it in the calculation. Then we have to move to the second part of the experiment. In this we have to note what is the current through the solenoid was and the corresponding magnetic field from the graph. Now as we are using the simulation, you might get actually the straight line, so you need not to calibrate the curve, but still we are using this because we need this in our lab. Now we will note down the current in Hall probe, which is in milliampere, and the voltage which is in millivolt corresponding to the Hall voltage. And then we will plot this graph also. So you have to basically plot 2 graphs. First is Is versus H, and the another one is Vh, that is Hall voltage versus Hall current. In this case you have to plot the Vh along the y-axis, that is vertical axis, and I along the x-axis, that is horizontal axis. So instead of Is here, we will plot I. Okay, I will. So for the second part, we will plot I along the x-axis, and it will have unit milliampere, and along the vertical, that is y-axis, we will plot V, which will have the unit of millivolt. And in this graph, suppose you get such straight line, you are supposed to calculate its slope, and we have to use the slope of this graph in the calculations. Okay, so I will show how to calculate. Okay, so in the formula you can see here it is Vh upon I. So we are basically plotting this graph and taking the slope. So for calculating Hall coefficient, we will use that slope into the thickness which we have noted, and then the magnetic field intensity at corresponding solenoid current. And using the value of RH, we can easily calculate the carrier concentration. So we will easily calculate this, and then you have to write the result. I have already noted the units in the Gaussian system. Okay, so now we will actually move towards the experiment. So this is the setup, and you can also open this from the mobile. I will just quickly show after this experiment how it looks in the mobile. Now you can go here. First of all, we have to select the process or procedure. So first, for the first part, we have to select magnetic field versus current, and then we have to insert the probe. Unless you insert the probe, we cannot perform the experiment. So here you can see the probe. So this looks like a probe, and here it is a sample, it is germanium sample. Okay, so we will insert the probe. So here you can see, click on the wood. So you have to just click on the wood so that it will get inserted in the actually magnetic field. In the mobile phone, you can just tap on the wood. You will not have any mouse or cursor there. You just work with your touch. So it will just work as a touch screen. Now what we have to do here, you can see here a Gauss meter, and here it is a ammeter. Basically we are changing the value of current from this. You can see here this circle was earlier inactive. Now as we inserted the probe, we can change this. So if I change to 1.5, you can see here the Gauss meter shows the different reading. So again if I change this, you can see here the Gauss meter shows different reading. So this is basically your H, magnetic field intensity in the Gauss. So this is Gauss. Gauss is a unit of H. You will plot Is in this axis and then H along this axis, and you will basically calibrate the magnetic field. So this is just to calibrate the magnetic field intensity, and this will not affect anything on the second part. So let's assume I have taken some 5 readings up to from 1 ampere to 4 ampere, and now we have to fix some magnetic field. So I will select, let's say, 2 ampere, and at this 2 ampere I will perform the next part of the experiment. In this next part I will go again here on the select procedure, and we will select Hall effect setup. So now we will go to Hall effect setup. Again we have to insert the Hall probe here, you have shown here. Click on this and then again click on the wood. So it will get inserted. We are using germanium material and it is by default in this simulation also, but still you check just whether it is germanium or some other material. There are some other options here available: aluminum, copper, gold. So but we are using germanium. Then we can obviously change the thickness also. For some thickness, let's say 0.2 millimeter. Now here you can see the thickness is in millimeter, but in the experiment we are using in centimeter. So just keep the track of the units. Now Hall current is 1 milliampere. This is the variable in this experiment we have to change. Now here you can also see current is showing here 1 ampere, milliampere. If I change here 1.5, it will also show 1.5. So there is no need of separately having current. So I will click here on the show voltage. Now the millivolt knob is on and we can see the voltage. Now change the current and note down the voltage. And again we have to plot the graph of voltage versus current. And then you can find out the slope of the graph, and using the slope, as I discussed earlier, we can find out the RH, that is Hall coefficient, and the eta, that is charge carrier concentration. Now you will have to go through the theory of the experiment, because in the oral you will be asked the question based on the theory. So I will also share this link to you so that you can go through the theory. Basically what it tells, when the magnetic field is applied and voltage is applied, the Lorentz force is acting on the charges, and because of there will be different direction on positive charge and negative charge, the positive and negative charges will get separated and there will be voltage generated inside the material, and that voltage we are going to call as a Hall voltage. In your phone the setup will be look like this, but you cannot change anything here. Now you have to go on the 3 dots given above to change the setting. Here you can see the desktop site. So click on this desktop site so that you can see the settings clearly. So I will click on this. So now you can see there is some change is occurring. I will rotate the screen. Now here we can see all the procedure as I discussed in the experiment from the laptop, and you can see all the things here. Insert probe, you can change the current. Now you can see here the current is deactivated. Now if I click on the insert probe, here it is insert probe. If I click on this, here you can see click on the wood. Okay, so I will click on the wood. Now you can see the current is activated. Here you can change the current knob. So if I change, here you can see in the Gauss meter the reading is changing as I change the current, and you have to plot the graph and calibrate the curve. As this is a simulation, there are no practical losses observed, so you will get perfect straight line in this experiment. So plot the graphs and calculate this. You can even check the result here. Here the Hall coefficient and the carrier concentration is shown below, but note that the units are different, so you might have different answer. So it's okay to be different because we are using Gaussian units. Okay, the answer given here is in the SI system. Thank you.